Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Get a dog. Get a dog. You get a fucking dog. Dogs are you. What is good? What is poppin', everybody? My name is C the Elixir.
Ooh. My name is The Dream No Dog. I don't know. That's enough. That was weird.
You guys sound like you're from video games. I'll probably go with Dan. I'm Dan.
Oh, it's like a 90s R&B group.
Very nice.
There's always like one guy with a normal name, and everyone else is like something cool. It's like that. And welcome.
So
to
I've got a lot
episode...
going on in my background.
Yep, you know, I know the vibes.
Special guest.
Oh, Daniel, it's okay.
Special guest, sorry.
You know the vibes. And welcome to episode 113 of Bad Habits Podcast. It's 13.
13.
What's going on? Everyone good? Man's blessed?
Everything's great.
Beautiful.
Everything's really good.
We're gonna talk about how we are. We've been keeping the pre-calls like awkward because we want to do the actual real catching up on the pod because it's kind of more fun that way. So we're trying to like just for the listeners to know, the viewers to know
like that.
You know what I'm saying?
What is that? Got off?
We
What
jump.
are you trying to do?
So
The childproof bottle. The weed
yeah,
drink?
I can't get it open. Yes. So it's an elixir.
Man.
It's a 10% elixir,
Okay.
cannabis
You're like
infused
Merlin.
elixir, smooth coconut flavor, and it says 5
do with it?
occasions suggested. So I was just gonna pour
You're a
like
wizard,
just,
Harry.
oh, it's like clear like that.
Just
Okay.
drink it.
Is it
All right.
syrupy?
Okay.
Red Bull?
No, it's just
Like
like
Straight up Red Bull from
it's
Thailand?
like not quite like it's. It's oh wow. Are you supposed to mix this with something? That's fucking weird, man. It's like
Okay.
Salty?
it's like a
Well,
medicine.
we could check actually. Are
Yeah.
you meant to mix tweed elixirs?
It's Tinley's 27 is the brand. Tinley's 27. Hang on.
Tinley's 27.
Can you see that?
27. Let me have a look.
This is the first time because all my other ones I have are like 10%, and if I have a 10% weed drink on the show, I get fucking lit. I don't really get that lit.
Wow.
Does it say you're supposed to mix it with it? It's like cough syrup
Says... Interesting.
or some sort of a medicine.
Blah, blah, blah.
It's weird flavor, and it's a bit green.
Microdose shots of THC. Okay.
I mean, I guess you could.
But
call
it doesn't say... That's what it says on the website. I don't know what you're meant to do with it.
There's no like explanation on the bottle. It says like lift here, but you pull it up, and it just pulls the sticker up.
Interesting.
Well, here we go. I got to separate it more. Anyway, it's pretty interesting. I got it the last visit. Here we go. Does it say edible cannabis? Yeah. But it's just fucking ingredients. So why are you telling me that bullshit, bro?
Yeah, even the website's just ingredients. There's nothing.
How many milligrams was it? Again,
10. It's 10, but I like no more than 5. On these pods, I prefer 2 to 2.5. So I poured what I guess would probably be maybe 3. I don't know how. There's only 150 mil, so I didn't pour much at all. I was gonna see how it goes.
Okay,
sorry to hijack the convo with that, but I thought that was interesting.
Okay. Interesting.
So what's news, cunts? How you doing? What's been cracking? Talk to me.
Busy, innit?
Yeah?
Busy. I went to see some Bernese Mountain Dogs on the weekend.
Okay.
Very brand new puppies, fresh from the womb, like a week ago.
Fresh out the post
It was great. It was great. 4 weeks ago, sorry. 4 weeks ago. It was lit. It was incredible.
Okay.
It wasn't for me because the dogs just grow a bit too big for my apartment. It's for my friend, but she's gonna get one because she has quite a big apartment, and
Gotcha.
it's a very it's a mix between a Bernese Mountain Dog and a Golden Retriever. So it's not gonna be like as big as like the Bernese can get, but like it's not gonna be fucking massive dog. Like you wouldn't pick up that kind of dog, you know. But like it's gonna be lit times. I saw a bunch of puppies, got to pick them up. It was great. It was just a great time.
That's dope. I like that. I love it.
Best weekend ever.
Nice. Love a good puppy.
Yeah,
Kind of.
it was great. It was great. Oh,
talk to me.
and Arsenal played Tottenham today for the reverse fixture, and we won at Tottenham's ground, and it was the best game ever. We're gonna fucking win the league, and I can't believe it. Well, I hope we win the league anyway, but I fucking really do. We can. This is the first time we've been good in. This is the first time we've been good in 20 years. So
wow,
fucking hell, eh?
let's
Let's
see.
celebration.
Let's see.
Have they won in your lifetime?
Yeah, they won in 2003,
Okay.
and I think 99. I want to say, but I actually don't know. But I know they won in 2003, and they didn't lose at all the whole season.
Right. So you were too young to. Probably
I was 5, so I didn't. Yeah, I was dumb.
Didn't really
I was
get
5,
it.
so
yeah.
you know.
Okay.
Little butt, little
just
Dan.
a little prick, just a little
rascal,
little man, little
Exactly.
Okay, so it might be the year.
20 years later, yeah, if they win, I'm gonna have to go back to England for the parade.
Honestly,
so we'll see.
I think you probably should, because it's one of those things where, like, I don't know if you remember, Nosh, but in our first September, when we just moved here, and St Kilda versus Collingwood were in the grand final, and Tommy came for it, I think, or it was the second year, and then they had to play again the second week. Do you remember they were a draw? Yeah, which is so dumb. Just going down overtime, you fucking idiots. Yeah. Anyway,
idiots.
I was dead and I'm not even a sports guy. Like, Dan, this is our St Kilda football team from Aussie Rules Football that we've, like, the only team we've supported. I don't know about you, Nosh, but it was my only team ever.
Yeah,
my whole entire life. You're the same? Okay.
Same.
And
Australia.
They only have won once in 1969, I believe. 9? Is that right?
So 1961, 1951,
66,
like really old
66. That's what
66?
it was.
Okay,
because the Leafs are 67, and they beat Collingwood by 1 point, and they were playing Collingwood again. Yeah, black and white stuff. So obviously long before any of us were around, and they haven't won since. And they were playing them, and I was like, if they win, I swear to fucking God, if I'm not there for this,
in the streets,
it was looting. But it would be like we wouldn't have been there for it. Like that would have been
sick.
No, we would not have been there for it, because I don't think we would have gone back all that way after coming here for 2 weeks. And
I would have watched it on the fucking telly, mate.
It would have been a shame. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I support you if you go back.
Of course.
In Aussie rules, do they? So even in the final, they still replay the fixture if they draw.
That's what happened in either 2010 or 2011. So we actually had to go and watch it. I don't recall it ever happening in my lifetime. But then I'm not a sports historian as such, but because it was my team and I was excited, genuinely. I thought that was going to be what was going. But it's one of those things. Like I do get it, as much as like we always make fun of sports teams and all that stuff here. Like I absolutely get that if it's your joint from forever, and they particularly it means way more. And if they've been shit for so long, and then they finally come through, it's like I get it, man. Yeah,
this is the first time we've gone to our rival stadium and beat them in 9 years. Wow. And they are shit. They're not even that good, and we just never beat them at their own stadium. But it's the first time that everything's happening. It's crazy times.
Oh,
crazy! Yeah.
What time to be alive and be a fan of soccer, a sports fiend,
just a sports fan,
soccer fan.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. That's lit. Nosh, what's been going? What's cracking? What's happening?
Mate, stacks, lots and heaps. Fucking, we didn't talk about it last week because it was kind of still fresh, but I have a pet tortoise that some people may know that I have, but he got a little sick and took him to the vet and had a really traumatizing experience there. And the piece of shit cunt of a vet damaged my young little boy. And so I spent the last week and a bit researching shit and getting his health back up to scratch, and he's kicking goals, he's shitting again, and he's feeling he's just having a good time. So my little boy is he's back in the mix. So I've been playing Tortoise Dad extra special in the last week and a bit. So he's kicking ass. So really happy with that. But otherwise, the main thing, like I talked about it last week about goals and stuff like that starting. Did I mention about YouTube stuff last week at all?
I don't recall, but we did.
I don't recall.
No, okay, I don't think so. But we went deep on that other shit, and it's worth everyone going back and checking out. Like there was the first half an hour of the pod. It was super dope. Go and really deep dive into manifesting shit and goals and how we're setting off the year. It's I think it's a valuable conversation for people who are that
was a good one.
Want to just hear what the three of us are doing. We're not experts, but it has worked for us. Anyway, sorry, dude, continue.
Yeah, sweet as. So I've talked about it before, lots on the podcast, like at the very end when we're doing all of our tags and shit, like where to find us on social, whatever. I have a mountain bike. I'm an avid mountain biker. I have a mountain bike account and I have a GoPro and I film my rides and shit when I go in the Don Valley and all like other places like bike parks and other forests and shit like that. So I've got like literally 2 years of footage and I got the hang of like filming and just like doing all that kind of shit because I wanted to do it and it's just like it's a fun thing for me to do while on my bike. And I figured eventually I'll start like an Instagram and a YouTube channel. So as part of my goals, which we were talking about in the last episode, I wanted to start a mountain biking YouTube for Notion MTB. So that's an Instagram handle at Notion MTB, and it's the same thing on YouTube as well. So yeah, and then since last episode, I actually got that done, set up, registered, whatever, activated. So I've just been uploading some stuff that I already had edited, and then I just went through my hard drive from pretty much every ride that was where the video wasn't completely fucked because I didn't know how to do the settings until like my third or fourth ride. So the first few were a little jumpy. So I had to just sift through all my footage and find all the shit. So got the channel going. I got like 5 videos up, got some shorts up there, and already got like 4.7K views on everything in total. So like in a short time of if things are feeling pretty good. So yeah, I've been busy learning the back end of YouTube. Do I have to pause that? Yeah, right.
Yeah, just to be safe.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So yeah, I've been deep in the computer and making videos and going through my shit and finding, I found a episode today where I had my first actual crash and was in the mud and shit. It was kind of funny. So yeah, it's going to be a channel about my progression on learning how to ride a mountain bike again after a 20-year hiatus. So it's kind of like, a lot of people can relate to that because you're always shit when you start something. So it's an easy thing to get into and it's entertaining. I talk a bunch of shit, so it's pretty sweet. So that's what I've been doing mainly this whole week.
Love that. Love that. I've just subscribed to you.
Oh, fucking boom, mate.
Daniel coming through with the subs.
I know.
Yeah, make sure to check Notion MTB on YouTube as well. It's cool to watch, man. You're doing all the shorts, you're doing all the stuff, and you've also got the Ill Note Studios channel that I've been pushing you to sort of keep that bad boy alive because it's got some valuable just like tips and all that shit like for production engineering and all that type of thing that I think that can go really well. And you already got sponsors on your Instagram account, so you could transfer that across to YouTube pretty easily.
Oh wow, nice.
Monetize.
I definitely got to get that more into it now that I'm getting that, getting the swing of the mountain bike stuff and uploading everything. And I did do the Ill Note Studios account heavy during like the lockdown sort of period. So that was like when that kind of grew the most. So I've got to get back into that. But also, it's some fucking hardware bullshit. My computer's old and fucking, it's a grandpa. So the screen capture program that I use, like literally no longer runs on this shit. It literally just can't. So I need to find either something else or just get a new computer so I can continue to do that. That's so I can do the specific mixing tutorials and the walkthroughs and shit, like production breakdowns that I've been doing on the channel. But yeah, I'm going to just film myself talking about like shit, common problems, tips, things I've found useful, etc. So yeah, I will be getting more into the Ill Note Studios channel for the YouTubes.
Love it. It's key, man. Like YouTube, like Dan obviously with High Season does a lot of YouTube stuff. We're doing all 3 of our channels. So this channel, TMF, which obviously does the worst because it's like we're putting these long form ass videos on there and then music videos and shit, and it's really like niche. Like if we were doing some content for this channel, but it was there's just so much to keep up with. Like this channel, we did a few little challenges and some fun stuff like that do pretty well. Or I'd want to do like just other things like just music related stuff. But maybe eventually we'll get into it since I have the space now. But we've been doing the BOS stuff with shorts. I think we posted a short basically every day for I want to say like 3 months, and we're already scheduled up into February.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
There's a lot of shorts getting out there, so it's good.
Dan's been repurposing all the videos. So that's, I guess, talk about that just because a lot of people here are content creators too, I imagine.
Yeah.
So like repurposing the videos and turn them into shorts is super key. Like getting like the long, it's like you take one piece of content and turn it into multiple things. Like you can take the full length YouTube video, cut that into the YouTube short in a different way. And then also put that on Instagram Reels and TikTok as well. So you're sort of like spreading that content and it can be basically the same thing, which is pretty handy. And it works. I forgot what the What's the thing for getting shorts counting towards monetization? Is it just it's just come in now, right? Always forget.
That is a good question.
Because I think there was something about 10 million views from shorts, but I don't know if you have to get 10 million views from shorts to get monetized.
The total views on your account, I think.
Total views on the account.
I believe so, because I know we hit 250K
on BOS. Yes,
on BOS.
It's like 264, I think, last I checked.
Let me see. Can shorts be monetized? Starting February 1st, 2023. They can add revenue sharing onto it, but I just don't know how it works exactly.
Cheeky buggers.
Okay,
yeah.
So it's just the watch time, the 4,000 watch hours, I guess, and the 1,000 subs. So if y'all are watching this on YouTube and you haven't subscribed to Moving Fan, definitely subscribe to the shit, because I want to hit 1,000, but it's been really slow with this channel, like just getting to 1,000. It's super niche though, because it's our music and this podcast type of thing. Like it's more entertainment, I guess, as opposed to like information type shit where you're sharing tips, like the high season stuff. Like BOS is like niche stuff if you're just into craft beer in Ontario or Quebec or whatever, like it's all there. Or North America at least. But then if you're into high season, our agency, it's all social media tips, so it's like things that people can immediately learn from, which is totally different to something like this. So YouTube's an interesting thing to grow. It's tough, but I always say to people, it's the best shit that ever happened to us. Like,
word up.
It resulted in multiple. I think I did a count the other day what came from it, and it was at least like 6 or 7 revenue streams alone from YouTube directly, from having a YouTube channel, and we still get paid for YouTube videos from like 3 or 4 years ago. That it might only be $100-$200 a month out of our revenue that we get from it because we're monetized on that channel. Like from old videos that you don't even touch. Like even if we do nothing. And we were pretty shit in 2022, to be fair. But we were still, like, it got down to about half of what it used to get. But we, doing 1 video a month type shit. And we were still, getting a decent amount of money. Like, we used to pay our rent with it when we were renting in Montreal. So, and that's just the beginning. So now the next goal is, like, pay the mortgage with YouTube. So we have to get it back up. And now we're going hard. Like, we dropped a video on High Season today. Go check that out, y'all. High Season Co.
Go check it out.
YouTube.com/highseasonco. Excuse me with the nose. It's great though. I just highly recommend if you whatever any of y'all are doing, whether it's music or fucking anything else, like
arts and crafts,
doesn't matter. There's a
ballet dancer.
Yep. If you are anal bleaching,
hey, that's probably a niche market if you're gonna get into it.
You probably have to blow that out.
Good one.
Yeah. They're a little tight and stuff, but I just feel like YouTube is the best way, and it can result in, like, if you got a YouTube channel, you've got, like, it's so many things that come from it. If you get the YouTube revenue from the ads, the AdSense, right? That's just the first part. You get fucking, sponsors, of course, which is pretty good. Most of those are paid. You get fucking affiliate links, so you join programs and people can use your code, and then you get cash off that. We're trying to build that out right now. We've got speaking gigs, paid speaking gigs because of it, because then you go on YouTube, you're a thought leader, so we're being like paid to go and speak at conferences and expos and shit because of that. You get we created a consulting revenue stream for businesses who can't afford to pay us to do it, and there's obviously so many clients you can take, so then we do consulting. That's 5, and there's one more I was thinking of too. So, but the point is, you see what I'm saying? Like, there's so many revenue streams that can come from all this shit.
Sick, man.
And it all benefits everything else. And then I guess just people knowing us and then wanting to use our service, they just hire you over and above in the other revenue streams, and they always come because of YouTube. So it's dope. I highly recommend it for people. I always encourage folks to do that. It's just like it's almost like a no-brainer. So
just get on the tube.
Mate,
get on the tube, mate.
All fucking day. Not a lot happened over here. We're looking at our 2023 goals a bit, which is cool, and trying to plan out some travel stuff. Did I say I got my passport? Was that last week? Did I have it?
Yes, last week, yes.
So I want to go, I don't know when, but I want to go to like Buffalo, Rochester for a weekend really soon. Just trying to figure that out, which would be lit. And go to TJ's, Trader Joe's gang. Fucking vibes. What else happened? I'm still waiting for it. Fucking hell. Amazon's been pissing me off a bit lately, but so I'm big into coffee, and when we went went to a chalet for New Year's with a bunch of homies, and one of our friends brought this thing that's called a I don't know how to like MOKA, like a mocha pot or mocha pot. I don't know. It's like this Italian. You have one? Okay. Yeah. So I've never used one before. She had it, but she didn't bring the little thing that goes in it to put the coffee in, so we couldn't test it. So I bought one because apparently it's the closest thing to espresso as far as like, because it's made under pressure. Like it's fully sealed. It's got a pressure valve, and you basically have this water boiling, and due to the evaporation or whatever the fuck it is, it pushes the water up. Evaporation wouldn't be right. The pressure pushes the water through the coffee into up this little valve, and it comes out the top. Apparently 9 out of every 10 households in Italy have one. Like this fully like this Italian shit.
Oh wow.
So I got a milk frother thing as well. There's like a cheap version instead of buying the $5,000 espresso machine I want. Like I'm like, all right, this is like a different way because I'm doing pour overs, which are cool, or Chemex, but I want to try this. Apparently it's like thicker pours and stronger coffee than because there's less water than it's spread like than any other like drip or something like that. What's it like then?
The contraption itself is like pretty easy to use. Kind of like you just put the coffee in the area. I don't use it all the time, but whenever I've been told to do it, it's just like you put the coffee in the specific designated area. Then you kind of like shut it, put water on the top of it, so then it kind of boils. And then, but you don't put water on the coffee beans.
No, you put it
on
the grounded thing at the bottom.
And then you put it on the stove, and then it just kind of boils. And then there's this apparently specific noise you hear, and then once you hear that noise, it's done, and then you can just pour it. Like it's coffee done. It's really easy. It looks like a little kettle, kind of. You just put coffee in the middle instead of it just being water. And it's just really simple.
What's the consistency of the final product like? Like, is it like it's not as thick as espresso? Pause.
No. But it's kind of like it's still like I don't know. It's hard for me to tell you the difference because the only time I would have had it is like I wouldn't. We don't have a Chemex or anything, so I don't really have anything to go off in comparison, like to compare to.
Okay.
So the only time I would be able to compare is if I have it here, and then probably the next day I'm at your house and I have it there. That's probably the only time I'd be able to. But like I go through long periods of time not having coffee, so it's kind of like I would probably have one here, for example, and then months later I'd probably have one at yours, and it's kind of like it's very rare. Gotcha. It's difficult to say, but like I know it's good. Mel swears by it, so it must be fucking.
Okay, it's the way to go. So I was gonna wait till like I want it. It was supposed to come, in Amazon Prime at 24 hours. And it's been like 5 or 6 days. I'm pissed. I got all the other shit. I got that little spiky thing. I know. I'm vexed, man. Jeff is fucking me, bro.
Yeah, fucking
take me out to dinner before you fuck me, Jeff.
Wow, exactly.
I love. Okay. So I want that. I'm very excited for that. I just wanted to arrive, bro. I want to do this fun coffee thing. And I got the little frothy thing. It's fucking lit. And I got the little spiky thing to make the coffee separate so there's no tunnels. I'm ready. I want an espresso machine, but I'm like, I want to fuck around with this thing for a bit and see how we go. I'm excited for that.
You have to video that. Can you please vlog that so cunts can see?
That sounds
like an episode.
Do a little TikTok for us.
Okay, man's can do that. I just put in my personal stuff because no one cares about that on BOS, I guess. But it's yeah, I'm excited. I keep getting shit from Amazon though. That's kind of what I was bitching about before. They're fucking me. Like this is one of the first times I'm actually when you know how it's like you order something off Amazon and then the box arrives and you totally forgot. What the fuck is this again? I go, yeah, cool. I forgot about that.
Wow.
This is the first time I ordered something and I was like, yes, it'll come. Like maybe not because I always order late night, so it won't come the next day, but the one after. Everything else arrived except the goddamn thing to make the coffee.
That's weird.
So I'm a little annoyed because it's Sunday now, the day we're recording, and I just want to use this goddamn thing.
You should contact them because something's happened there. Something's wrong.
It said if it doesn't arrive by the 17th, it's the 15th. So in 2 days, the day after the 17th, I can get a refund. But I want the thing, so I just arrive.
Just get Jeff on the blower, mate. He'll sort you out.
I fucking hope so, mate. The bald cunt.
Yeah,
and fucking
exactly.
Yeah. I keep getting shit. I don't know about y'all, but maybe we're just buying more things because we had the new crib, so obviously you just need stuff. So I'm coming on that. Exactly right. I'm in the tail end pause of the purchasing tons of things, period. Like, we've got most of the stuff now. It's just small things. But I feel like a lot of things I'm getting, like, everything's, like, breaking all the time. Like, we got this humidifier for the bedroom. Just because it's, like, mad dry. I don't know about y'all. My skin's dry as a bitch on my hands and whatever.
Oh, God. Yeah.
And you wake up at night and you cough and all that stuff because the air's dry. So we have this other good one that we got for the plants that actually has, like, a heat setting or whatever. But we thought, let's get a smaller one for the bedroom that just does the job. So we got one, and then it just, like, turns off. Like, you put it on overnight, and, like, it might be on for 30 minutes. It just turns off and says the tank's empty, but it's full.
Truth. What brand did you get, mate?
Oh.
Shock.
It starts with L.
Man, get a Honeywell. That's what I got.
Well, either way, maybe I have to now, because now I'm on the third one. So I complained and was like, hey, man, I thought you could fix it. And then all they do straight away, they just replace. They tell you to do basic shit like, did you take the packaging out? I'm like, bitch, I took the fucking packaging out. Come on. But they send you this thing to check.
Plug it in.
Yeah, I did that. Yeah, exactly. Did you make sure it's plugged in? If don't fill the water above the max line. Like, I know people are dumb, so I get it. So I did that, and they just sent me another one. I'm like, and they go, you can keep
you could be a dumb cunt.
You could be a dumb cunt, which I am, but not that dumb.
Not that dumb.
So, like, I'm like, all right, the other one kind of works. It's just like it just fucks up. And then this one, the replacement one is done the exact same thing. So I messaged him again, but I was like, hey, like, this is the second time this has happened. Like, is there a firmware update or another model? And they just do these copy and paste things where they're just sending out another one. I'm like, fine. But I feel like that, I've had a few other things that we're getting that are just like, shit, I got these, like, ring lights for when we do reels and stuff to make it a bit easier because all these lights are down here and they're annoying to take up. And then they were fucking up as well. Or they make the ones that plug in via USB and they use like an Apple, like, you know, you just use an iPhone charger block thing. And all of a sudden one of them stopped working. I was like, oh, this thing's broken. So I messaged them on Amazon and they just sent me another one. And then that one didn't work either. I was like, I told them, then they just refunded me. So I was like, cool, I got 2 broken things. I'll just use them as a tripod, I guess. And then Tiff was like, why don't you just try a different plug? I tried a different plug, and then they both worked. So, but they blew that plug because I left it plugged in for a bit in a new one, and it got really warm. So obviously it blew the Apple plug because it's like this cheap-ass one. We want to see if we wanted to, get like a $30 one. Then if you like it and you use it, then you get like a $300 one or whatever the fuck. But anyway, I'm just bitching. I'm saying a lot of the things I'm buying recently keep breaking, or I have to keep refunding him. I don't know if y'all have noticed the same thing, or is
someone's out to get you. That's why.
Someone's pulling your leg, son.
I think someone's pulling your third leg. Honestly,
you can.
I've definitely had some shonky products, but nothing like that.
Yeah, I haven't had anything too bad recently. Recently, we've been like experimenting with a lot of different grocery delivery services. We've used. My friend told me try Amazon groceries. We tried it. It was actually kind of lit.
Where do they deliver from?
They just deliver anything on. They got loads of shit. Literally,
so it's like everything. Uber.
Yeah, it's kind of like Uber, but it just you get Prime and you have like you don't have to pay the Uber tip and stuff like that, and the surcharge they charge on Uber and shit. So it's just like a normal grocery store, except they just deliver. And we also tried Instacart as well.
So it's in Montreal now because it was not there when we were there.
Oh, Instacart wasn't in Montreal.
All the Ontario people and Americans were telling us to use it, and they didn't have it in Quebec.
It's here now. It's here, and you can link your Costco card to it. So I can get literally a bunch of shit because Costco is always like it's like a whole thing when we have to go to rent a car and shit, and it's just like the groceries take like 5. Like it's like we go up down the stairs like 5 times to bring it all up. But like this time we just ordered a bunch of shit and it came within 2 hours. It was great.
So how do you pay on Instacart? Like what's the charge? Is it like a flat fee?
It's just a normal. So no, they have a surcharge kind of like Uber, but then if you link your Costco card, you get to pay the normal Costco prices. So nothing's different. It's like just going into store.
And is it an app or the website?
I think we use the app. But it's only limited products that.
Of course, yeah.
Obviously, it's not like the whole.
What sort of stuff do they like? So it's got groceries, but do they have like?
It's got groceries. Oh no, they got loads of different shit. We're on the app, and apparently it has like different shops as well. It has like fucking Sephora, fucking what's the other some bath fucking shit skincare stuff.
No.
Wow.
Yeah, it's got loads of different stuff on the Instacart app. It's way more than we thought. We thought it was just Costco because I saw them advertise on the website, and then we downloaded the app, and it was kind of like, oh, this app is just used for loads of shit.
So it says here, I actually already had it, and it's got my Montreal address in it. I got it in March 2020 because when they all shut down. So I guess I got it and then realized that they had nothing. It says $0 delivery fee on orders $35 and over. And there's it says start your free trial today. So maybe you just pay monthly to access it or something.
Yeah, so you pay an annual fee or you pay monthly, but the annual fee is only like $100. So we just done the $100.
Okay, and how like $100 over. So I guess if you do multiple deliveries per month of all different things,
it's worth it. Yeah,
it's worth it. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Honestly, I'm looking at this right now.
It's worth it. It's good because it's fuck going out in all the snow. Oh, I don't know if you know about all the snow in Montreal, but it is insane. As in like knee-high snow. It is fucking crazy. Like it snowed non-stop for like 2 days. As in like I would wake up, go for piss like 1 a.m. like 4 a.m. sorry, and like it would just be snowing, and it'd be the same at 4 p.m. Be the same as soon as I wake up. Like it's been insane. But like it's stopped now, but the weather has just taken like a huge turn for the worse. As in like -15, -18, -16.
Jesus
so it's kind of like, yeah, it's a bit mad right now, isn't it?
Honestly, bro, like that's fucked. But I can't when we were there the whole time, it was like I remember always visiting Ontario and then coming back to that bullshit and just dealing with that. And without a car in Montreal, like we lived a similar life to you guys, and it was annoying because everywhere you had to go was just like a whole ordeal. Now it's dude, there's not here is it's so we're so lucky. I love this so fucking much. When like everything, it's like a little cold now. Like it's minus. I don't know. What did I just say? Minus
5 now, but
-4. Yeah.
Yesterday it was -10.
It was a little colder yesterday, but I'm looking at the forecast. There's nothing below 0 for the next. Okay, in like 2 weeks' time. There's it. What's that?
Oh, it's like an ambulance or fire engine outside my crib.
Of course, park. Yeah, I know the vibes.
Yes.
It's like in almost 2 weeks or 10 plus days, it goes 0. Yeah, it'll pass. I forgot about that in Montreal.
Yeah.
But like,
you're lucky. For us, literally, I'm looking at the forecast now. So -12, -16, -12, -5, -5, -10, -8, -6, -11. Sundays, the next Fridays, like 60% chance of snow. So it's like,
honestly, bro, it's so much better. This is worth moving here. I can't even explain. I know you're coming anyway, but Jesus Christ, that's so fucked. I have mild sympathy for you, but also like, haha, it's not me.
I know.
Haha. Yeah, I don't fuck, man. That was like the worst shit about like, you know, obviously Quebec's chill, whatever, but like fucking hell, the snow is just
-40 can fuck off, mate.
Yeah, you tell him.
It really can. So I'm just getting caught up looking at Instacart here. It's actually kind of lit. There's so many things.
It is lit. There's so many like different stores you can get shit on. It's not even just like groceries.
Yeah, they've got like even these like sort of random supermarkets that I've been to. I mean, we have a car now, so it's not as hassle. But like sometimes you're like, I don't want to go out today, but I need this.
The Costco one is definitely worth it because if you just put your membership, you get the same prices as you would in store. And if you didn't need to do a crazy big shop, like it's definitely worth it.
Even if you needed some things.
If you needed like a moderately big shop, it's still worth it. Like,
interesting. I'm totally sold. It's fucking, and I guess because it's like it is. Kirkland's like wild annoying. Because I'm looking at the product. Costco is wild annoying because it's just always so busy. Like I just feel like it's never not busy there. Like
it's always busy.
Super annoying. Like even just getting stuff here, like because usually, you know, like Tiff has to wait in the car with Barrington and I'll run in. So like if I got to go get a bunch of things, Costco things are fucking massive, and I'm not want to push a trolley around like an annoying cunt. So I want to just get things. So you end up wandering around and balancing stuff on top of things, like trying to nearly falling over. So like it would be cool if you're trying to stock up on like shit tickets or something like to like.
That's the only big thing worth carrying, like a fucking 800 pack of fucking Dunny rolls. Like
yeah, it's worth it. It's worth it. But you should also look at the Amazon grocery thing as well. It's sick.
Okay, I'm gonna check for this because sometimes it is nice to do it, but like if you know what you need, I can see this being because it's just not as inconvenient as it used to be. With a vehicle that I'd be, hey, look, want to go? Let's go. Or like, hey, you wait. Do you think I'll be back? I'll just quickly go get it. Like, it's not that bad, but at the same token, sometimes you CBF. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Maybe you get lit and you want some ice cream, frozen snacks. You know?
Oh wait, I can't have that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can't have that.
How is the no sugar stuff going?
It's alright. It's alright. You know, it's not bad. We haven't. The only thing I've really been craving recently, because the annoying thing is when you have such a restricted diet, it's kind of like a lot of the food you have is like really mushy, and I'm kind of just like over the mushy foods. And yeah, the poos a bit. Yeah, it's literally just like my poos. But like, it's not that it tastes bad. I'm just so over the texture. What? And I'm just like, I saw somebody eating Nando's on Instagram, and I'm like, oh my god, this is just what I want right now. And I'm just kind of like, I can have Nando's if I want to. It was just at the time we just didn't have any chicken, and it's kind of like I was just eating pasta or lentils or potatoes and stuff like that. I'm just like, bro, this is all the same texture. As good as it is, I'm really struggling to enjoy it. But we got a bunch of shit from Costco today with the Instacart shit. And we just marinating a bunch of chicken. Got some fish and shit, so we're going to have some fish for dinner. But have chicken over the next few days as well, which I'm very excited about. Very excited.
It up. I didn't think about that. Texture is so important.
It's so important. Oh my
you're
God.
not boosting, man. Like, it's like even having the same shit. I don't know how people do that.
We got fucking coconut wraps because we can't have wheat. Okay. So we got coconut wraps.
I've seen those. They fall apart?
It was weird. It's like, really? I'm trying to think, what's that? There's this sweet, which is kind of like a flat sheet. It's a sheet, but it's a sweetie, and I don't know what it's called.
A wee sweetie.
But it's a wee sweetie, but it's literally just like that. And it like falls apart very weird. I had it today with some scrambled egg. It was so weird. But then we got some cauliflower and what's it called? I think it's cauliflower and egg wraps.
Okay.
And they smell a bit weird, but they are kind of like really like bread, which is good. Like really like bread. So I'm very happy.
They probably use coconut flour. I've used coconut flour and stuff before, and it's weird as fuck. It tastes weird, and it doesn't hold shit together. Same as like chickpea flour and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, recently we've been using almond flour, so we're gonna see how that goes. We just got that recently, so
I think that's expensive.
If I'm not mistaken. It's fucking expensive. It's like $12. I was like, fucking hell.
Yeah, damn. That is a lot. It's interesting you mentioned that because we've been trying to cut out. I must have talked about it last week. I think all of us were saying we're going to cut out. Like, I don't know about you guys, but we were just lazy a lot. You'd be like, "Fuck it, let's just order something." And now we're trying to be, because you think about it, right? If you're trying to get your sort of health together and you're ordering shit all the time, you don't know how much salt's in that, how much sugar is in it, what oils. Yeah. So like we've been making everything. We found a fire fish shop yesterday, so that we know where to get the most, fresh seafood that's local. We're trying to get local as well. We watched that Seaspiracy doco. Remember we watched that shit?
Oh my god, I remember that.
Now we've been, you said that shit, right? Yeah, we've been really anal about where the fish is from. So we found that shit, cooking and stuff. Normally on a Saturday night, it's our big Uber Eats night, but we haven't been doing it, and I don't miss it at all. But on Friday, I got this notification on the Nando's app. Funny you mentioned Nando's, saying that like I use the app and you get points. And they're saying your points are going to expire if you don't use them. I'm like, that's how they fucking get you, because it was like $25 or $15 or something.
Like a rush. That's the ultimate nudge. That's actually really rude.
And then I used it. Like, then you...
It's like forced business.
It's forced business, because I'm like, well, we get all these points. It's like, it was whatever it was. Yeah, if it was $5, I'd be like, whatever. But like 15, I think it was 15, and then the next one to unlock would have been 25. But like $15 was like, oh, that's pretty like serious. And we do the thing with Nando's where you get like the double leg meal, so then you get a second meal out of it.
Yeah.
So we did that. That was the first time we'd eaten out in the New Year, I guess. And it was,
I don't remember the last time I've ate. No, the last time I ate, it was New Year's. It was New Year's. It was Joey's. Joey's. Nice. That was the last time I ate. That's how you do it. That was it.
But it's nice to have the control a little bit more and like find the fire stuff and like, I don't know. It's good. We'll see how we all go throughout the year, because
it's much better.
I just like the health of it.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like every time we used to go to Costco, we used to get fucking, every time it was like, oh, after we have to get ice cream, hot dog, and some pizza, shit like that. But now it's like we just can't get that anymore.
No, it's so easy to eat. But that's how they get you too, right? They know that like, you don't want to be a fat cunt anymore. Like, you want to be a little smarter. I like that we're all doing it. I don't know about y'all, but I haven't lost any. I guess you're doing a more serious diet down. Even cutting 1 day off alcohol and eating slightly less sugar and carbs and stuff has not made a difference weight wise.
For me, I've lost a few pounds, but it's not. I'm still above 200, which I'm fine with because it's kind of like I spoke to some people the other day that I don't speak to all the time, so they wouldn't have seen me quite recently. So they were like, "Oh, your face is slimmed out and shit," and like I'm very conscious about making sure I maintain my weight as well because I don't want to be fucking super skinny. So then I was about 203, so I was like, okay, I'm quite happy with that. Because when I came back from Christmas, I was like I was almost 208, and I was like, "Whoa, this is like a world record for me." So I was like, 208 is mad. I've never seen that on the scale before.
And you're the tall, so I hit like 201 today, but I'm like fluctuating between like 198.
201?
Yeah, I'm a fat cunt right now.
Not bad.
It's like
no, that's not bad.
I want to be 170,
180.
Oh wow, that's what I want to be. But like, because you ride the bike.
Yeah.
You're smart because you have an exercise that's a hobby. Or a hobby that's working out, right? Like that's the most gangster shit.
Recently, I went to bouldering for the first time. Bouldering is rock climbing without the assistance, so you don't go as high, but it's essentially like a big,
like a body weight thing.
Like an obstacle course, but whilst rock climbing. Yes, and it's all no assistance. You're just using your hands and your feet.
It's low level, and there's like a padded floor.
Yes. And my fucking wrist was so much pain. But I'm definitely gonna do it every week because it's only like $10. So I'm just like, this is lit. Cool. Like it's great. I went before in England, but that's the last time I went. But like, yeah, I went literally last week. It was lit.
Also, it looks like rock climbing still. Like it's got the
literally looks identical to rock climbing. Yeah,
there's no ropes. It's just lower level, and there's like
beautiful.
That's it. That is it. A padded floor, so if you fall like a dickhead, you're not going to die.
You're not going to hurt yourself at all.
Still going to pop yourself on the nose, you're not going to die.
That's kind of cool.
It is lit.
Like, that's cool. I like that.
Proper, basically like a full body workout. It is lit.
Okay, see, that's what I need. I got to try and find something like that because the working out is cool. I've been late. I haven't gone this year because I just feel so shit. I don't know about y'all, but like working out, I don't feel good after I work out. Like I feel like
I always remember you saying that to me. I think that's very unique, to be honest. I think it is a very.
I feel amazing. Yeah.
Like for me, it makes it feel good. But like I do not want to go gym all the time. So my thing is I'm trying to do at least minimum 2 days gym, 1 day bouldering, and then I want to do football, but it's very difficult when the weather's like this. So it might just be like a 3 day gym, 1 day bouldering. But like you should definitely look into bouldering because it's actually so fucking fun, and it's like the workout you get, and it's kind of like you want to challenge yourself because there's like certain tiers of how difficult certain things are to climb, and it's kind of like, oh, you might not be able to do it the first time. And then the second time, it's kind of like, oh, you're getting places. And then the progression is kind of like, before you leave, you have to reach the top of this one specific thing. And it's like way more fun than going to the gym and shit.
Is it like does someone guide you through it, or it's just you do what you want?
For me, because the guy asked, have you got experience? And I say yes. And you just do whatever you want. But like, I'm pretty sure if I said I have experience, but I would like to know what's the best practice for these type of things, they'll be like, yeah, I'll show you. Like a lot of the people there are cool. I went like literally on my own, and like there were people there who saw me struggling with certain ones, and they were like, look, try this, you'll be able to get up easier this way. Like everything was cool, like proper good vibes in that.
Okay, I'll run it by Tiff because I'd like to do that. I don't know if she'd be down for that sort of stuff, but that sounds fun. Like a cool little thing. Okay, I fuck with that. I know we yapped forever. Do you want to just run through this list now? We have a list of stuff.
Snap it off.
I know we were just talking tonight, guys, but that was a good chat. It was good chat.
Good chat, guys. Good chat.
Amen. So one good thing is Ye is not missing. They apparently hit. Yeah, right. Let me give a bit of a Ye applause. Chest again. Man's back. So apparently he got married to a Yeezy architect named Bianca Sensori, who's, funnily enough, apparently Jewish.
Fit, isn't it?
And she looks like Kim-ish, like that archetype.
I saw a picture of her, and she does definitely like it's giving Kim.
It's giving Kim.
That's what I'd say.
And the song that he dropped before they took him off Instagram, it was called Sensori something, and so that just looked like a cool Latin name, but I guess that's her name, and maybe he was dating her at the time. So no additional information, but he's not disappeared. He's all good. And he's probably doing himself a favor by staying quiet and
shut the fuck up,
doing his thing, and hopefully we'll get some clothes and shoes and music soon when people don't want to cancel him. You know?
Exactly. Yeah.
So, big ups, yay! Big ups, yay! On some drip news, did you guys see the Nike Dunk Montreal Bagel edition?
No, I did not see that. Let me go check that out right now. Nike Dunk Montreal Bagel.
So they dropped, what's today? Sunday. So it was I think it was Friday. They actually, I don't fuck with Nike. I don't know why, it just does nothing for me. But I would have bought those just for the rack behind me. They look pretty cool. Like they got like little sesame seeds on them, and you know they were they did these like custom, what do you call it, like tote bags, and you got a bagel when you went and got it. They dropped them at Off the Hook in downtown on St. Catherine.
Nice.
Which is pretty dope. They look pretty fun. Like, and now they're reselling for like $400, $500. Yeah, they're fun.
They're fun ones. They're not as nice as the black and white ones or the black and red ones. I mean, no, the black and white and the the red and white, black and white, red and white. They're the best two, I think. But like, I don't know. They're fun. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
I thought it was cool. It's cool to see like them do something big for the city like that. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
So shout out to them. No, you're not allowed to get dunks. It's easier only, mate.
Nah.
All right.
Well, they're not Adidas easy. If it was Yeezy, I'll get Yeezy.
Yeah. That was actually something I was about to mention. So Adidas actually dropped an Ivy Park shoe this week, which kind of looks like the 500 high, like these ones. That's gonna be too hard to take out. But the highs are kind of like normal basketball shoe type of thing, which is weird for Ivy Park, and it had the bright orange sole, and apparently this month, and now it's the 5th. It does, right? Now it's the 15th. I reckon this week or next week, apparently they're dropping these gray 350s that are non-Yeezy branded. So I'm curious. I'm still curious to see what the fuck's happening. I haven't seen any pictures because a few photos leaked and people got them from.
I see them. I see them.
The new Yeezy.
They're actually really nice, but why?
So like,
it's a shame. It's a shame.
Yeah, like they were already done. Like they said, they had $500 million worth of product good to go, so they're gonna have to swap out the insoles. So hopefully, like I'm just trying to think. I hope like. I would cop if they were still all Yeezy branded, like the box and the insole were Yeezy branded.
I'm trying to send you a picture of it now. I'm just taking long to send, but like it's actually quite nice.
They're like this dark gray.
It's that Adidas is reportedly rolling out non-Yeezy branded sneakers, starting with a 350 V2.
Yeah,
which are really nice. I really like the V2s. I don't have. Actually, I think I have one.
No, yours are V2. Both of yours are V2s.
Both of mine. Okay.
Yeah. V1s were the Pirate Black and the Turtle Dove, the OG, like the OOG Yeezys in the style. So then, yeah, it's like the. There
you go. That's a picture that I sent it to.
Okay, yeah, that's the one. Yeah, which are cool. I like them a lot too. So like, if they would, I would cop because this would be like it. But they should usually show an over, like a photo, like I check confirmed every day because you never know. When they show photos from like looking at front, looking from the back, looking at the top or whatever.
Yeah.
They often show the top down, so they would have at least we can see if they have the branding on that. So I guess we shall see. I'll keep y'all posted.
Fly.
But I'm not. Yeah, they're nice. I'm just not. I'm not. I don't know, hold my breath over this shit. It's gonna be interesting to see.
Yeah.
And I hope there's like massive backlash if they go and take the branding away. If they sell them with the branding. I just think I would have had, I don't know if I said this last time, just much more respect if they were just like, look, man, this is $500 million of fucking inventory right here. Like, that's, yeah, like, we're not with what Kanye's saying, but, like, come on, man, like, this is business too, so we have to, offload this shit. And after that, then it's a wrap. I would have respected that much more than them cutting ties and then still releasing it and then removing the branding. Like, that's a dog cunt act. That's a fucking, such a dog act. So I'm like, I really like Adidas. I just think they really made a poor decision here. So we shall see. I'll keep you all posted. Speaking of that, was there any other drip news? No other drips. Okay, we'll try and like dunk them together. Dunk them, get it? Because it's coming off the.
Hey.
I get it
Drip.
because Nike dunk and you said dunk and you want like I get it.
Hey,
So good.
there's
So
levels.
good.
It's an
I
onion.
don't know how you even think of
It's an
this. How do you think
onion.
of this crazy
Just a
guy?
wizard. Just a
Just
wizard,
saying.
Harry.
Just saying. You know the
Crazy.
vibes.
Mhm.
Music, right? Fuck, so zany. Long Live ASAP from ASAP Rocky is 10 years old.
Yes, 10 years
True.
old.
Either today, was it today
Time
or
flies
this
when you're
weekend?
having fun.
Today, I think.
Today. Well, Rakim, well done, sir. Good for you. He's a sick cunt. Like him a lot. LL Cool J, he's dropping a new album this year, apparently. And Notion tells me it's going to be Fire Flames.
I mean, that's what he said. That's what he said. So
Do you guys
hopefully he is correct. Well, I mean, honestly, I'd be keen to hear it because it might have some great production. It'd be good to see if you could still spit, a little something, something. I'm sure there'll be some bangers on it. I'm sure he hasn't lost many beats. He's a fair sick cunt, and I'm definitely gonna check it out.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I'll listen. I'll listen, but will it be good?
Yeah.
It will be good. That's another question. That's a different thing,
Right. So,
I think you know what
Respect your elders.
His type of rap is quite timeless,
Yeah.
I'd say. So it's not necessarily
Should
going
be
to be
okay.
shit. So yeah, it should be fine. It should be okay in this space.
Should be okay, yeah. Fingers crossed it should be all right.
It'd be an interesting listen. We'll give it that, Todd.
Exactly.
Okay,
Todd.
Beautiful. Todd. Continuing with the music for a bit, this was interesting. So maybe 2 days ago, Iggy Azalea posted, and it was her saying it was her in like a bra and panties or whatever, and saying like link in the bio. That's what I saw first, and I clicked it, and that's what all the OnlyFans girls do. So I hit the link, and it was an OnlyFans. And apparently, a while ago, she'd said she's under no circumstances would ever do an OnlyFans. Not that she was looking down upon it, but she's just like, I don't need to do that type of stuff. But what she ended up doing, because I looked into it some more, actually, no, I didn't look into it. It just came at me. People were putting the news up all over Reddit, over Twitter, and I was like, fuck, okay. Obviously, I guess dude's horny, waiting for some titties or whatever the fuck. But she partnered with OnlyFans because I know we were sort of joking about it earlier, but, people do release content on OnlyFans that isn't porn related. It just happened to be that way. It's just like a platform. I think they take like 30%, or it's a reasonable amount they take, meaning a lot. And she's done a deal with them to release her whole new album plus a whole and it's called Hotter Than Hell. And she's doing like a book, like a coffee table book, and like all of these sort of visual pieces, I guess, meaning like pictures and video, plus new music and music videos and blah, blah, blah. So I thought the partnership was super creative. So I guess we'll see what it is. But do y'all have any thoughts on that?
We'll see. I just saw the only things I saw were the clickbait tweets where it was like Iggy Azalea has officially started OnlyFans eye emoji, and it's like I didn't read into it, but like that's kind of cool. That's pretty cool. Like sick for her.
Yeah.
Sick for her.
I mean, shit. Everyone thought they were going to see some titties, but she's on some boss moves. So we'll see what happens. I think
exactly.
It's admirable, and we'll see what happens.
Okay. Well, she might do something, porn-ish or get her titties out. I think she has had done some haute couture shoots or something where she had nips out or some bullshit, if I'm not mistaken. But
yeah, I think I've seen those.
Yeah, it's hard to even tell what's like leaked and what's like put out these days.
What's photoshopped.
Exactly. So we shall see. So if you're feeling a bit,
hopefully we'll see some titties. Let's see what's up.
Yeah. If you want to have a little belting, it's like $25 a month. It's kind of expensive for a 1-2 rub it out. I feel like you could invest in the smaller creators if you want to get some loads off. Hershey's
some
probably
local talent, like some what your local businesses.
Hey, it's the economy, right? It's what we got to do, man. But apparently it's a recession, so already fans it up. I highly support it. In the music realm, Drink Champs signed a deal with Warner Music Group, which is very interesting. If I'm not mistaken, it's the first podcast that signed a record label deal, which is really strange. So I've got it here. It says, they announced their newly inked distribution deal with WMG's podcast network. That's right, Interval Presents. As part of the agreement, the entertainment conglomerate secured the exclusive licensing rights to the audio version of the podcast on all major platforms. Since its inception, blah 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 blah. Drink Champs be in the forefront, blah 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 blah. I don't care. I know who they are, but like, so it's not really saying what that does because maybe because they're a label, they have more opportunities that come with them. I don't know if you found any other details at all, Dan. This is on
No,
Complex.
I checked. There's like nothing there regarding what record labels can do for like podcasts. It's weird.
Yeah, because I'm like, okay, so what can a podcast network do? I guess that you're trying to say that they have more reach, contacts. Like if we joined a podcast network, I was actually talked to someone a few years ago about BOS, to be honest, from a radio group. They were starting a podcast network, and I don't know what happened. We just had a meeting about it, and I think what they can do is they help promote you amongst all of their pods, and then when you get to a certain number, then they, like if you're smaller, and then they'll get you. They can bring in the advertising dollars because they can say to advertisers, well, we've got these 10 podcasts. Here's all the stats. Combined, this is what you're getting. So we'll give you a rate across the board. And HelloFresh comes in, and then all the pods promote HelloFresh or whatever the fuck. So that's usually how it works. So technically, we just called it a High Season Network for Bad Habits and BOS. So any other podcasts that we start will go through that. So the idea is that we'd be able to accumulate them all and then do the same thing ourselves. It's just we're starting a lot smaller and we're building from literally nothing. So I imagine that but then they were already successful. So I don't know what. I'd love to know what like a label could do for them that they couldn't already do for themselves.
It's interesting. It's weird. What's the Dave Chappelle podcast like? Did anyone buy it?
I don't know. I imagine they do. That's on Luminary, and that's the same paywalled podcast platform that like Russell Brand has a pod on there. Black Star released their album on there. That's why I haven't heard it. That's why a lot of people haven't heard it because you got to paywall to access it as opposed to like buying it off fucking Bandcamp or whatever you want to do. So they put it through there. I've never heard the Chappelle one. It's pretty cheap. It's like $4 a month, $3.95 or something like that.
Yeah.
But like, do you really want to pay for like that much? I don't know how often the pod is. I don't know if it's going to be good. And I guess it gives you access to everything, but still, do you want
I haven't heard anything about that podcast. That's the thing.
Same. I think that it's an interesting thing. Like people have tried to talk us into doing Patreon before for our music, and things like that, and even for BOS. Not this one really, but I'm not with it, man. I feel like if you're gonna do paywall stuff, like you have to have like a real sizable base to be doing that shit. So for smaller creators, I'm not a fan of it at all. Because you have to have an audience to bring into it. It doesn't get you an audience. It stops you getting an audience, essentially. So you already have to have an audience that likes you so much that they'll pay you X amount per month to access all your stuff. And then you're sort of indebted now. We're doing this pod once a week. So someone comes and pays for our Patreon or OnlyFans, for example, or any sort of paywall thing. What are you going to do? Like, what else are you going to give them? You do a bonus podcast every week. You do a lot. So you have to figure all that shit out and you got to change your thing. Like we're looking at like say YouTube has a membership program. We watch this one podcast that Tiff actually is a member of, one called H3, which is just like what do you the extra per week you get a bonus podcast from the main host because he brings all his crew on and has all these like it's pretty fun. It's actually what we want to do one day with all of us. Tiff and I really want to do that with the whole squad, like a big like pod about everything type of thing where the crew participates in the conversation too, like not all the time. But like kind of like Flagrant or something like that, like a little bit. But yeah, I think it's $5 a month, and you get a bonus episode from the host, and you get like a behind the scenes video that the crew puts together and stuff. So nothing super crazy, but if it's $5 a month and you're getting 8 pieces of extra content, it's pretty cool, and you feel like you're giving back to someone who's giving you a lot of value. But like, yeah, it's easier for like that's kind of different. I actually prefer that model because that means you can still access the regular content. But if you love us so much, here's the extra stuff. It just feels like a waste of time if you're doing it for 2 people who are paying $5 a month to go and do. Now we're going to do 8 pods instead of 4 plus a fucking extra. You know what I'm saying? So it's a good conversation though.
Good maths.
Quick maths.
Good maths.
I like it. Okay, the other thing here is so Donald Glover said he's not going to retire the Childish Gambino name.
Yes. Yeah, there was the 2023 Golden Globes. He said he confirmed that he's still making music right now and he's loving it. So the character is not going to retire for now.
Good.
Yeah.
I respect it.
I like him. I like his music.
Fair enough. Yeah,
his music's
definitely
great.
not shit.
His I think we talked about it. The new season of Atlanta was just so weird. So
yeah, there's that.
I like seeing what he does though. I think he's a good dude. He deserves the success because he can sing, he can rap. He's like doing the acting shit. I just think he's a talented motherfucker who he's gonna put out some fire. So fucking good for him, mate.
Yeah, fucking sweet ass, eh? Good on you, Donnie, mate.
Mate, I fucking love it. So I don't know how much to get into this one because this is like in that sort of YouTube world. But there's this dude named Andrew Callahan who ran a YouTube channel called Channel 5, and they just did like these like he used to like turn up at like Trump rallies and interview.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yes. So he did a documentary called This Place Rules. I think we watched it on Friday. It's pretty cool because he followed all of these people leading up to January 6th, but didn't know January 6th was going to happen like it was. It was just very convenient. So he's interviewing them and watching everything build and talking to these people who are crazy on both sides. It was kind of cool because it showed both. Obviously, we know the Trump side are kind of crazy, but the other side have got probably equally crazy motherfuckers that you don't really see as much. So it was like somewhat balanced. So he always seemed pretty cool. He's on a bunch of podcasts that we watch and listen to. So apparently he's been assaulting broads.
Jesus,
what a dumb way to say it. Yeah, he's been assaulting chicks. I don't know if it was like rape, but kind of like how do you say it? Like he's been like. Like you just keep trying type of thing with chicks and maybe like, like, oh, come on, like maybe a little more aggressive type of thing.
A little too persistent.
There was some like that. There was some that apparently were kind of worse than that. So, because he's like a nerd, you actually look at him talking like, oh, you're just like a nerd cunt. Like he's not really getting women, I imagine. So he did that. And literally right before we went live, he dropped an apology. That's why I'm bringing it up. I won't go too deep into it because I know it's a little outside of the scope of what we do. Yeah, this type of thing. But I'm very curious to watch. It's only like a 5-minute one. Like look like on Instagram. So I'm looking forward to seeing the what's going on there. Tea is always good, but definitely would recommend that doco. And he also did one. Speaking of paywalls, on Patreon called Toronto Man, which I saw the trailer from. You can definitely check the trailer of that on YouTube. But it's like talking to like it's the same concept. I thought it might be a little more historical or accurate or something. He's talking to the same type of, the crazy person who's going to say some wild shit. Like, some like big white girl who's saying the N-word and like beefing with everybody, or like, yo, fam, yo, wow, man's was at that milk bar, yo, man's got gurks, like talking like really, really like, oh, yeah, really over the top. So it's like, it's funny, but I don't know if I want to pay to watch it.
Yeah, I don't know. I watched clips from it. I was watching clips on it. It was quite funny. But like, I wouldn't pay to watch it. But it's like, it's quite funny.
That's the type of thing. But I definitely would be curious. I imagine it was shot like last summer or something like that because it was all warm. Okay, I only got a couple more things. You gonna say something, Nush?
Nah.
No. Okay. Sorry, I thought you did that.
Just thinking it would be great to be warm, but like this, like it's not really worth. It's
No, you're right. You're right.
That's
and you deserve to say that.
I like sun. It was great because the sun shines in today. It's like 27 degrees in my house today, cunt. Just because the sun's coming through the window like an absolute champion.
Greenhouse, mate.
Just absolutely. My plants are just like, fuck yeah, I got the sunnies on. They were just like, yo,
let's go.
Yeah, so that's all I wanted to add.
Okay.
Thanks, mate.
No, thank you.
Check in there, mate.
Thank you, Nish. Thank you.
The other piece of tea here, I don't know how much anyone cares, but Lori Harvey, who was dating Michael B. Jordan, is now dating this other cat, Damson Idris, who I believe is from, I just heard them, it's like a TV show or a movie that's apparently really good, and I was just hearing about it.
Let me check what Damson Idris is in. Here we go.
I swear it was a good series. Was it Snowfall?
He was in Snowfall, yes, he was.
There it was. So,
well done, gentlemen.
So I don't know how many people care about that. This came up in when we were looking for topics. But I saw Sky Zoo dropped an album this weekend. I forgot the name of it, but it's written from the perspective, I believe, of Damson's character on Snowfall named Franklin Saint. And he wrote the whole album from the perspective of this dude from the show. And it was like apparently like super clever, like really well done. And people were like, I saw a lot of people highly praising him.
Interesting.
And his catalog overall, because Skies is one of the best.
He's ridiculous.
So consistent. So
it's called Nice to Meet You, Franklin.
There you go. So
it's a good name. I like that name actually.
Yeah, I like it too. It's clever. And he was like posting this. He did this one verse where it was like, I guess a fake...
The Mind of a Saint.
Yeah. Oh, that's what it's called. The Mind of a Saint. That makes more sense.
I'm so sorry. The Mind of a Saint, a soliloquy by Skyzoo.
There you go.
From the perspective of Franklin Saint.
Yes. And he had this verse, and it was as if he met Nipsey Hussle's dad with the kids when they were like 3 and 1 years old or something. Like as if he was the hustler in Los Angeles, meeting them, seeing him, how he's trying to teach his sons the right thing and trying to hide what he's doing from these kids so that they didn't see bad things or whatever. It was cool. It was really clever, man. Like really impressive. So I've been wanting to check that out. I'll check it out this week. I haven't really.
Yeah, same. That's fucking gangster.
So that was cool. Something that Dan mentioned earlier, and I think we could probably briefly discuss it. You were like, do you want to mention, like you were just saying that there isn't a lot of music dropping yet this year?
Yes, it's weird. Like there's just nothing. There's no music. I'm playing the same songs every day. I feel like that is just my life. I just play the same songs every day.
That's how you roll.
Like that is just me.
Spotify Wrapped.
My Spotify, Apple Music Wrapped. It's all the same music. It's all the same music.
Same song 87 times.
Look,
except Drake had that song of Popcorn, which is actually really fucking good.
Yeah, it's a great song.
What else is there? And Metro Boomin's album still got that. I'm listening to that quite a lot. But yeah, there's no music. What's going on?
So my understanding of it all is that basically after mid-December and up to around now-ish, like people aren't fully focused, and it's kind of a waste of time.
Everyone's on holidays. Yes. The whole industry is like, you know what? On holiday. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
So like someone like Skyzoo, who I think might be independent, could probably because he already has a fan base, he could capture some interest, dropping at a time when basically there's hardly any competition. I think when I feel like every time I drop, there's something really major dropping at the same time, which just sucks up all the air in the room type of thing. Like it just, not that it's a competition for an independent artist at all, but like it just sort of like dominates the conversation, and people are much less likely to check it out if say Drake drops something or whatever.
Yeah.
So I think it's just literally like No said, like they're either on vacation or it's sort of they know that people are on vacation, so they're not going to check it. I also think it's sort of like, well, maybe let's say summer is a bit rough too. I think it sort of depends as well because people aren't paying attention. But if they want new like summer music type shit, then maybe they will. Bless you, Nurse.
Bless you.
I muted my shit. But
I know. Good job. Just wanted to make sure we acknowledge the sneeze.
Oh, bless you, cock.
It's very serious. Thank you so much. So like I think that's mostly what it is. And like even for us, we dropped by Toxic City December 16th. So like it was the Friday before Christmas, I believe. Well, the one before, whatever. So the 23rd was the next one. So like that felt the latest we could possibly do it, and I just wanted to do that to get it out of the way, so it's just wrapped and I'm all my music's out, start fresh for the year.
Okay.
So
that makes sense.
I think that's often why people do it, but I would expect from this Friday onwards, we should probably see a bunch more new music.
Interesting.
Which is good.
Okay.
And the last thing is something really fucking dumb. I was talking to Smokewell, shouts to Dylan, and
Dilzo.
He mentioned something random about he was playing the song "Honey" by Mariah Carey, with like the deluxe and the remix.
Love it.
And he thinks "honey" is a euphemism for semen.
Wow.
Hey, let's look at the lyrics.
So that makes sense. At a quick wow. At a quick
like,
review is disgustingly on point.
He's like, listen to that again and tell me it's not about that. And I'm like, I haven't gone back and done it. I just thought of it before.
Why didn't we see that first? That's my question.
Because she's saying it, and I thought she was saying that, honey sweet. It's always women always say, "Come taste this sweetness that women have," or whatever. I thought it was like.
Mariah Carey's talking about semen.
It says here. It says here.
Yeah.
On some of the annotations on
Genius.
So the pre-chorus with Mariah Carey and Styles P, and it's just like honey when your love comes over me. That's right, oh baby, yeah, that part. It says this is not. It says it is a not so subtle double entendre by Mariah Carey, referring to ejaculation. Maybe he's onto something.
Shit.
Maybe he's onto something. Yeah. Every annotation, if you go on Genius's website right now, it refers to ejaculate fluids.
Wow, ejaculate fluids. That is.
It all says ejaculation, ejaculate fluids. It all says it. Dylan's right.
It's all categorized.
He's right.
That is fucked.
Mariah's singing about the spooge.
Back in the day, 12-year-old girls were like, and you love.
Dude,
that's
right?
Best.
It's kind of hot.
I mean,
it's not kind of hot at all. It's fucked up. No, Mariah, what you do? What have you done to the kids? No R. Kelly. I'm joking. I'm fucking around. No R. Kelly. Yeah, it's fucked up, man. That's fucked up. But pretty funny. So go listen to that. Have a giggle. That's it, boys. I don't know if there's anything else you want to wrap it up with, but
what do I want to? Oh, I watched Get Out yesterday.
First time.
Oh
wow!
Yeah.
Dig it?
It was great. It was fucking great. Yeah, it was lit.
Yeah,
it was lit.
It's a good movie, yeah. I think that was Lakeith's first big look, if I'm not mistaken.
Interesting.
And that was Daniel Kaluuya's big thing too.
Yes. I'm glad that they wrote it the way they wrote it. I'm glad they done it in the way they did, because it's kind of like when he was breaking free. A lot of these movies would typically have an extra hour, and it'll be he's going to break free. Oh, something happens, so he's basically back to square one. But this one was he's going to break free, and then he just kills everyone, and then he wins. I was just very happy. I was very happy that was how it ended.
I think that was kept the happy ending there. Shouts to Jordan Peele on that one. Good job. I love it.
Thank you.
Fuck yeah. Boom, boys. Well, with that, we end episode 113. In the motherfucking building. Dan, where can everyone find you online?
I, Dan Johnson on Instagram, Twitter, and HFGXMING on Instagram, and wherever else you might find that tag, username. Anyway, Notion?
Man's out here like me. Can find me on at Notion Baby on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Hang on one sec. Excuse me.
Big butt.
Excuse me very much. At Notion MTB on Instagram and YouTube.
Hey.
Notion MTB, brand new fucking channel. Fucking check me out. Give you a fucking sub and a like. Here you go. illnotestudios.com. Fucking Illnote Studios on Instagram. There's so much shit. Illnote Studios on YouTube. Fucking get a dog up. Yeah, give me a shout in any way you can. Say how you going.
Love it. Wolves. Just before I do mine, thumbnail.
Yes.
Do it, mate.
You know the
what do I want to have? Okay, here we go.
Quickly, guess on. There you go. Gorgeous. Y'all can get me, CWETMF, on Facebook and TikTok, and CWEFO on Instagram and Twitter. Y'all, if you enjoyed the episode and you just fuck with the kids, smash thumbs up. Hit subscribe below. Hit the mother flipper notification bell.
Ding!
So you know when the new episodes are out. Yeah, that's a good one. Follow us everywhere at The Movement Fam. We're trying to drop every Monday around 8 p.m. Eastern. I don't know if we want to move back to mornings. I know we were doing it at that time because that's when we did the lives, but we just moved BOS back to 7 a.m. on Wednesdays because that's when we used to do it, because it would be ready for people before they go to work. So maybe we can move back to the mornings. Sometimes we don't get all things done on the Sunday evening. So we'll see. Otherwise, it'll come. I don't know what y'all think, but okay, we'll talk about it. But with that, y'all have a fantastic week. Stay safe. Stay warm if you're in mother flipping Montreal, goddammit, or out here.
I know, right?
And shouts to everyone. We've been charting every week. I think still, if I'm not mistaken, it's in Kenya every week on Chartable, podcast charts.
I love Kenya. I fucking love Kenya.
I fucking love it. And I imagine...
Let's go holiday there. Just chill with the man down.
I would go Kenya. I have a friend from Kenya. I'd go. I'd stay at his crib. How about that?
Kenya too. I definitely want to check that out. Nigeria and Ghana too. That'd be fine.
Oh yes, I'll do anything.
Let's go.
Let's fucking go. All right, go. Get a dog up, yeah.
Wolf.
Boom, boom, wolf.
Catch a con.
Catch a con. Catch a con. Catch a con. Catch a con. Catch a con, mate. Catch a con. Catch a con. Yeah, you're a fucking con. Con.
Yes, you are, man.
Peace, cunts.
See you next week.
Peace.